I'm ready. What up? Let's get to it. So Alabama, still in the playoff race. Their playoff hopes still alive, huh? Mhm. Oh, and I know, it's people that say, "Oh, Bama, no way, Bama should be in there. No way, they should get another shot. They shouldn't be at the playoffs. They lost to this. They lost to that. They lost to them. Oh, we gonna cry because Bama gonna be in the playoff, huh?" Heavy. Even some Bama fans, right? Oh, they got the nerve, the audacity, the audacity to call themselves fans, et cetera, et cetera. You see how they do, though. You see how they rock and roll. See how they move for real, where they stand, huh? Heavy. Yeah, you remember? As soon as adversity hit, signs of trouble. Oh, people run. Hop off that bandwagon quick, huh? You got Bama fans talking about, oh, Bama shouldn't make it. We don't deserve it. We're not ready. I don't want to see them in there. You don't want to see your own team, your so-called favorite team, the team you rock with, the team you love for years. You don't want to see them in the playoffs after you know what they're capable of when they bring their A game, and you look around the college scenery and look at the teams and you can actually feel comfortable. Sit there and say Bama's not one of the top 12 teams in the land. Are you kidding me? Turn your fan card in. I stand on that 10 toes down. You hear me? Bottom line. How can somebody fix their lips to say they don't want to see Bama in the playoff? Yes, we know they had some bad losses. Guess what? So did everybody else. And you know what else? They had some great wins. Some great wins. Heavy. Certain wins that no other team has. Dominating wins, performances. But people don't talk about that, though. Then you want to bring in strength of schedule, one of the toughest strength of schedules one of the toughest schedules in the nation. Nobody takes that into consideration, though. So who are we kidding here? People would respect it more if, fans, media, you hear me, college football fans would just come out and say, hey, I don't like Bama, tired of Bama. They win too much. They've won too much already. Well, catch up then, punk, chunk, heavy. Period, dog, for real. This is piss poor. Is it about the top 12? Or what is it about for real, dog? How are they judging these things? You can't say competition. Bama on top with that. Strength of schedule. Bama on top with that. More impressive wins. Bama on top with that. And they want to talk about ACC teams who played nobody and done nothing. I'm going to get into the top AP picture and break it down. But teams who have played nobody, weak schedules, no competition for real, barely getting by. Miami losing to Syracuse, huh? You hear me? South Carolina beating Clemson, which we beat South Carolina, and people still saying Bama shouldn't get in. You hear me? Are we kidding here? Oh, because Bama got 3 losses? All right. Miami's 2 losses, way worse than Bama's 3, right? Huh? You ask me? Heavy. Period, homie. Ohio State lost to Michigan. They only got 1 loss. But how trash is Michigan, though? Let's be real here. SMU has played no one. Let's be real here. Who is Arizona State? Who the hell they gonna compete with and beat? Let's be real here, dog. People so biased are just haters of Bama, dog, period. They just can't stand to see Bama win. They don't want to see them in that playoff because they know if Bama bring their A game, which I believe they will, different season, they know what's on the line, and they've been there before. You hear me? Ain't they first rodeo. You hear me, my dog? Real deal. But people know if Bama play the A game, they can beat anybody in the land. From number 1 to 25, line them up, dog. Heavy. Put them in the field, tell them to come out in the front, and let's get it. Period. They know what Bama is capable of, what Bama can do. You know what it is. Now it's convenient. They have a real argument, so they're going to express themselves to find some certain way to keep Bama out the playoff. So they're going to keep throwing up the 3 wins, the 3 losses, Oklahoma, Vandy, Tennessee. They're going to keep throwing it up, period. And they know 9 times out of 10, Bama beats Oklahoma, beats Vandy, wins the series against Tennessee. I don't care what nobody talking about. Heavy. We know what it is. People don't want to see Bama in there because they don't want to see him win. But you know what? Bama still gets the ratings because a lot of people want to see him lose. A lot of people want to see him win, dog. That's the thing. Bama brings the numbers. The brand, the standard still brings the numbers, dog. Heavy. Put the numbers aside. Break the stats down. The this year of college football compared to teams. Alabama deserves to be in the playoffs. Now, if they would have lost to Auburn, barely beat Auburn, then you may have an argument, homie. And obviously, the committee, the AP poll rankers, see something in Bama, know what Bama is capable of. That's why they had him at 13 going against Auburn. They dominated Auburn. Now they're number 11. Come on, bruh. Let's stop the cap and really talk about and pursue to put the best 12 teams in college football in the playoff. You hear me? And let them battle it out. Let them battle it out. Bama loses to somebody, so what? It is what it is, dog. Season over. But they deserve a chance to bang in that dance. Oh, yeah. They deserve a chance to bang in that dance. Point blank, period. I stand on that 10 toes down, and whoever want to debate about it. Matter of fact, you can come up here to the channel, dog, and debate about it. Let me know. Fire them comments if you want to come up, and we can really talk about it. Roll Tide full of pride. Win, lose, or draw. No cap. Now let's get into these rankings and compare teams, etc. You hear me? Give me 1 second, dog. Talking about Bama shouldn't be in cap. Let's get to the top. Number 1, Oregon 12-0, haven't lost. You know, they're playing good football, you hear me? Do I believe in Oregon? I feel like they got a lot more to prove. We will see who they are when the playoffs come, because you ask yourself, who has Oregon really played at the end of the day? When you compare, you know, they beat Ohio State, but look what Michigan did to Ohio State. And you ask yourself, of course, was that not Ohio State's A game? I get it. They'll get another chance at it. But Oregon's still unproven. You know, you've seen Oregon have big runs in the past, start out good, lose big games. So I think Oregon is a team. They're number 1. They got talent, but we're going to have to see how they perform in the playoff. Even a Big Ten championship game, they might lose that. Excuse me. So we'll see how they finish. 2, Texas. You know, solid Texas team. I think, like I said, I think Bama can beat any team if they bring their A game. If they're playing Bama football, if they're zoned in, locked in, ready to play ball, they can beat any team in the league, any team in college, from Oregon to whoever, down the whole list. Name them, pick them, let's get it, line them up. But Texas, definitely a beatable team. Was solid this year. They'll be in the SEC championship. Only 1 loss to Georgia, which Bama beat. Matter of fact, don't forget, Bama dominated Georgia for a whole half. So Texas lost to Georgia. So we can throw that in there if we're speaking on should Bama be in the playoffs or not. Penn State had a struggle with Minnesota, but they're 11-1. They will be, I think, playing Oregon in the Big Ten championship. You might see an upset there. Heavy. Pay attention. Definitely think Bama can get Penn State, has more speed than Penn State. Notre Dame, don't believe in Notre Dame. They're another team similar like Oregon, never really win the big game, start out good. You question their strength of schedule, who they've played, right? So let's go, a lot in the air. Georgia, people saying Georgia is the best team in it. They will win the SEC, et cetera, et cetera. They struggled, came down to the wire with Georgia Tech, a game they probably should have lost 8 overtimes, a Georgia Tech team. And once again, that shows you just the scene in college football right now. Any team can get beat any Saturday. If you don't bring your A game, you hear me? We know what's up. 9 times out of 10, Georgia beats Georgia Tech. But it be like that sometimes, dog. Can you hold that against Georgia? Come on now. A team that Bama beat, remember that, right? Dominated for a whole first half. Tennessee, 10-2. Tennessee's a solid squad. Young team, competitive, physical, solid front. Matter of fact, very good up front, trenches. They battle, they bang, they create pressure. They sack the quarterback. Offense explosive, great quarterback. So they looking like a team who's definitely a contender. 7, Ohio State coming off a bad loss to Michigan. Once again, I think Bama can beat Ohio State. Any team on the list can get it. It all depends on which Bama shows up. Will Bama beat themselves, right? But Ohio State lost to Michigan. Should that be held against them? bad loss at the end of the season. Like, come on, bro. Knock themselves out the Big Ten game. So a lot of questions still in the air. SMU, weak ass schedule. ACC, weak ass conference. You know, weak schedule, bro. Haven't really played nobody, but they're 11-1. They'll get an opportunity to prove themselves in the ACC championship game, right? But even then, they're playing Clemson. Clemson, not impressive. South Carolina beat them, and we beat South Carolina. So how is it even an argument there of who should get in out of those three teams? Should be a no-brainer. 9, Indiana got smashed by Ohio State. Not too impressed with them. They got to prove it. Boise State, Mountain West, weak schedule. Low level of competition, no disrespect. It's still D1, but the SEC, Big Ten, different animal. Let's be real here. They got a great running back, but how will he hold up versus the elite teams in the nation? So Boise State, a lot of questions. Matter of fact, they might lose to UNLV this week in a Mountain West matchup for the championship. A lot of shit on the table still, dog. Here we go. Roll Tide, full of pride. 11, Bama moves up 2 spots. The committee knows what's up. The media knows, the real football studiers and goers and fans know what's up. They know Bama deserves and belongs in that 12-team playoff. And it's just better for college football at this point. Heavy. That's not the only reason, but we're talking ratings, views, and let's not cap. We know that's what it's about too. At the end of the day, entertainment. And with this whole NIL shit, that's not no kind of to it, but it's ruining college football. The shit damn near like the NFL now. Period, dog. Might as well not even watch college no more, right? Watch the NFL. Same level, just a little less pay. You kidding me? But that's not the only reason. Bama belongs because they played their way in with that Auburn smashing. Should have been worse, but with that convincing win, which everyone said they needed versus Auburn, they got it. They played their way in, put them in there. Arizona State, are you kidding me? Big 12, are you kidding me? Who will Arizona beat or compete with? I question you. Bama versus Arizona State, that will be a straight thrashing, a smashing, domination, easy work. Who want to argue that point? South Carolina right there at 13. So I would agree with South Carolina being 12, Bama 11. South Carolina jumping Arizona State or Clemson if they win. You hear me? Or SMU. But I ain't kicking Bama out for none of these teams, dog. Not Clemson, not SMU, not South Carolina, not Miami. No way, bruh. No way. Level of competition. Most important wins, major wins, homie. Miami, 10-2. Lost to Syracuse. Lost to Georgia Tech. Inexcusable. How do they even still have a chance, though? Ole Miss, Ole Miss complaining, but Ole Miss, you are who you are. You hear me? Does Ole Miss have an argument over Bama? No. Do they have one over South Carolina? Possibly. Didn't they destroy South Carolina? So that's where their argument should lie, but not about making it in over Bama, period. Iowa State, come on, bro. BYU, they are who they are. Clemson, they are who they are. The rest of this, I'm not even going to finish it out, bro. But Bama is in the top 11, meaning they have a chance, meaning right now, as far as the AP they are in, we'll see tonight how the playoff rankings come in. But I think Bama will and should make the playoffs. Like I said in my previous video after the Auburn game, like I said to the lead up to it, if they beat Auburn convincingly, they earned a spot. A spot has been earned, dog. Put them there. You got to put them in there. How could you leave Bama out? 3 losses, I don't care. Come on, bro. Look at the wins. Matter of fact, look at the dominating wins and compare it to any other team. Who they dominated. Yes, and I'm going to keep reiterating it. Dominated Georgia for a whole half. No one has done that, period. So let's get away from the hate and just not wanting to see Bama in it just cause. And you hear me? Rooting against Bama. Let's be real and state the facts, dog, and reality about top 12 teams. Come on now. Everybody knows, just like I know, Bama can beat any of those teams in the top 12. Heavy. If they played a Bama ball. stand on that 10 toes down. With all the coaching problems, players not being mentally ready, letdowns, still believe Bama will make a deep run in them playoffs. Mentally, they will have it together. And you can't look around the college football league, look at the playoff teams right now, and say Bama shouldn't be in there, bruh, or they don't belong. You being delusional or you just hating for no reason. Yeah, that's it. That's the bottom line, man. But Bama's still alive, still got a chance. Still got a chance. The thing is, biggest question, Bama, when y'all get in there, will you take full advantage? Kalen DeBoer and your staff, Nick Sheridan, Kane Walmack, etc. Position coaches. Can y'all have y'all players prepare, and put them in the best situation to win? That's my question. No cap, 1,000. Fire them comments up. Feedback is much appreciated. How you feel about the video? Do you feel like Bama deserves to be in that playoff? Let me know if yes. Let me know if no. Expound why. And if you want to come up here and debate about it, let me know in the comments as well. And let's get it. Heavy. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell. Make sure you hit that bell. Support the grind, support the channel. Big skull here. Roll Tide full of pride. Win, lose, or draw like that. Yeah.